What up, you guys? Empress of Duality here. For those of you that are new or might not know, my name is Brooke. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Love Vibe Tribe. We are twin flames in union. My name is Brooke. I already said that. And this is...
Who am I? Danny from Northern Comfort Tarot. And the Divine Feminine in this relationship. For those of you that do not know.
Whew, I gotta take a breath. We just got done eating some tacos, eating dinner. I had to throw some clothes on. But we're ready. We're ready.
Okay. We are. I don't know if we got a notification, but I'll do all the legwork and you can be you. Got in your YouTube.
Yeah, so I don't know about you guys, but we've been kind of busy lately.
Yeah, that's us.
And actually, I'm gonna pull it up on my phone too. What was I saying? I don't even know. Anyways, what's up, you guys? It's good to be here in this space with y'all. Oh, what a pretty picture.
Yeah.
I like that.
What's up, Brittany? Good to see you.
Hi, Brittany. What's up, love? Yeah, so tonight we're just gonna do... Last time we went live for live mini reading, Spirit kind of took over and we ended up doing a guided meditation for you guys and for ourselves. And oh, it was good. You like the background? Sandra and Alan made it. It's actually green in the middle, but we have the green screen up, so yeah, it's actually galaxy in the middle right now.
We can kind of show them what it looks like. Here, let me see real quick.
But yeah, last time we went live for live mini readings, we ended up having to... Oh, that's so pretty.
That's what it looks like.
Isn't that like mesmerizing? Maybe we should just leave it like that.
Sure.
Hi, Michelle. What's up, love? So tonight we are here in this space, opening a container for messages of the highest good only, inviting your higher selves in, inviting our higher selves in, and any other energy or entity of unconditional love and light that would like to assist us with any messages for you guys tonight. We are here to serve. We are honored to be able to show up for you guys and assist you all on y'all's journeys. Look, Spirit always lets me know what's up, right? And anytime I'm going to connect with like a group of people, like in the mentorship when I'm going to be teaching or, you know, channeling messages from Spirit, they always kind of like to give me a taste of the energy that I'm going to be either channeling or the energy that I am like talking to, whether that be a person and the energy they're in or something like that. And before we got on, I was downstairs and I was reading my Facebook post from earlier. Oh, so beautiful, by the way. Love you, Lee and Sherry. And I got hit with this, like, there's a lot of energy. And you only know what I'm talking about if you know what I'm talking about. But, like, other people, other leaders, I know that y'all felt this before. But when you go to open a space and connect with other people, sometimes this high vibrational energy comes into your vessel, because you're connecting to like other energies and entities and your guides and whatever you want to put a label on them. And like sometimes the energy is so like higher vibrational in your like physical vessel and body that like it almost feels overwhelming, but in a good way. And that's how I felt before I came on today. So I was like, okay, Spirit is here and ready to go. Excuse me. Let's see who up in here. Have a cold. Oh no. I hope you feel better, Michelle. Did you send it to Sandra? You know she
I did. I sent it to Sandra and Alan's inbox, and they should be getting here anytime shortly. I'm on it. On it. Oh, we got some good news today. You want to tell them about the good news?
No, I think we should just keep that between us for a little bit.
Oh, shit. It's just between us for a little bit.
Right. Calm your little inner child down.
But you know I like to play.
Yeah, well, play with me.
Okay. Looks like we got some playing to do.
Anyways, let's go ahead and we're going to start off with a general message, a collective message. The messages are usually tailored to the people that are in the chat, specifically for me at least. We channel any messages, we just go see what comes through.
All right, back to work I go.
Lord have mercy.
This is also a 2040 night, so if you would like to get a reading, for $20 you get a 3-card pull. $40 you get a mini reading. You can find out how to do so in the chat. You just click on that link, drop in the digits of what you'd like, and send it off. And then get ready to post your question in the comments section, or not the
all
comments,
lower vibrational
chat section.
energies are now blocked and completely removed from this safe and sacred space, allowing a effortless flow of connection and divine guidance. Moving out of our head space and into our heart space, feeling the connection to all things. Hi. Danny tells me I say your name wrong, so hold on.
Isha.
Alright, that's how you say it.
That's how you say it.
I usually say Aisha.
Aisha? That's
Hi, love. What's up?
What's up?
Ooh. Alright, let me focus in on this message coming through.
Alright. So, hopefully the Pisces moon was good to everyone. It was pretty interesting moon, if I might add. And that is going to be on the table soon. But today we thought we'd showcase it for you. Show you how blessed we are for Sandra and Alan.
Oh my god, and I got a dress, y'all. Oh my god, my dress is so pretty. If you have my Facebook, you saw me modeling it. But Selma, what's up, love?
Hello, hello. Okay, time for the messages. Collecting messages.
So I feel like for some of you, like, y'all just been like busy or like doing your own thing or like, you know, building the relationship with yourself and like doing some inner healing work, especially when it comes to relationships, how you show up in relationships, the foundation at which your relationships are built upon. I feel like it's been a lot of that kind of work, like rebuilding the foundation when it comes to relationships, whether that's with other people, with your friends, with family, and with yourself, right? And with spirit. And I feel like for some of you, like you have people that are noticing like a shift in your energy, or they're noticing like
Hey, Christina.
a difference in the way that you're interacting with them. And I'm trying to figure out how to say this. And like there's some kind of insecurity coming up because of like this shift that you're creating when it comes to relationships in your life and the relationship with yourself, right? Like it either makes someone like they're kind of jealous of you or like envious of you, or it really triggers an insecurity within them, right? The new image of self that you're embodying is really triggering their energy. And for some of you, it kind of bothers you that like they're, you know, for example, they're like, you know, are you okay? Has everything been okay with you lately? You seem this, you seem distant, you seem different, you seem da-da-da-da-da. Are you okay? Is anything wrong? That type of shit, right?
Oh my God.
Which some of them, I don't think that they really care. They're just nosy or like insecure and like want to be in somebody else's business. But for some of you, it's like, yes, I'm good. Thank you. And for some of you, it's like you're not even going to respond. And for some of you, it's like, what are you even talking about? Like, I'm actually doing really good, you know?
Right.
There's nothing wrong with me at all. Things have been pretty good. I've been doing this. I've been healing that. Like, I'm happy, da-da-da, right? And they're like, oh, well, you just seem different, or you just seem like you got something on your mind, or you just seem this, right? Oh, my God. Anyways, That's annoying. But that's the first thing that I got coming through.
Hey, Gina. Good to see you.
And, you know, I feel the need to tell some of you guys, like, you don't need to, what is the word? Like, you don't need to cater to their insecurities, to their codependency. That's what it is. Somebody in one of your current relationships is reflecting codependency back to you. It is reflecting emotional codependency. And I feel like for a lot of you, that's actually what you've been healing. You're getting to a place where, like, you're sitting with your emotions, you're sitting with your feelings, instead of abandoning what you are feeling to create a story about what you're feeling, instead of, like, judging yourself and looking at all the externals and what's going on and what it looks like and da-da-da-da-da. And you're just kind of like surrendering to being present with what you're feeling instead of abandoning yourself, which is codependency, right? That's how a lot of us, we invoke codependency through detaching from the present moment, from abandoning our feelings, from abandoning self, right? And some of us get codependent on needing other people to soothe us when we're emotional. That's codependency. Some of us like to, you know, some people drink, some people do drugs, some people use people to kind of detach from what they're feeling to feel something they would prefer to feel. But it's really like a false light, a false sense of security, a false sense of soothing the emotion, right? Because you're not really healing what's going on or the feeling that's presenting itself to you. You're just detaching from it and tapping into a different energy, but it's still there, right? So I feel like some of you have been like healing that lately, and like you're seeing, because you're like healing that within yourself and you're not being codependent when it comes to being emotional and pushing your emotions onto someone else or blaming someone else for how you feel, blaming someone else for making you feel insecure, blaming work, blaming life for making you feel insecure or not safe or unworthy. You're like, oh, I am the creator of my reality. I have to take responsibility for how I feel, because the truth is no one can make me feel anything. It is my choice to feel a certain way. And if someone does something to you and it makes you feel insecure or it makes you feel unworthy, it's not really them that makes you feel that way. It's something within you that believes whatever you're seeing, and your ego is saying, oh, this means I'm not good enough. This means I'm unworthy. This means they're going to abandon me, right? But a lot of you have identified those stories, and now like you're starting to see the foundations that the relationships that you are in were actually created upon. And it was more of like a wound mate, not a soul mate or a divine counterpart. It was a relationship established through a consensual wound. Like you had a wound, they had a wound, and y'all were wound mates when it came to that pain point, right? But now that that pain point has relieved itself within you or doesn't even exist within you, like some of your relationships, like they're not fulfilling anymore, right? It's just not, you know, it's just like, this isn't for me anymore. You know, things that you used to like to do, you're now seeing that it was actually a reflection of codependency or unrequited love, or maybe you're around this person because they made you feel good about yourself because their life was shit or something like that, you know? And if you are one of the people that like, you know, it's kind of like awkward or uncomfortable, or you feel vulnerable because people are seeing and feeling the difference in you, own that shit. Own it, okay? That is the message from Spirit. Admit where you are and own that shit, okay? Even if it makes somebody uncomfortable. Even if somebody wants to tell you that, oh, you've changed. Like, okay, yeah, I have. Catch up. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, y'all get what I'm saying. But like, don't be afraid to show up differently. Don't be afraid to make different choices, to let people see a different side of you. Own it so that they can meet you where you are, instead of you dropping your vibration or your state of being, your state of happiness, your state of self-love to be where that person is. Make them meet you where you are. Okay?
Sandra and Alan, Elizabeth.
Come on, Spirit. Ready
What's
today.
up, you guys?
Hi, Sandra and Alan.
So.
No, I didn't wear my dress tonight because, listen, I'm low-key kind of dirty. And didn't want a day to wear a dress.
But we put the mandala up. What it's called? I don't know where this memory block came from, but I have no idea what this
Hi,
is called.
Elizabeth. What's up, love? I love you, Elizabeth.
Mandela, right? Sounds like Mandela.
Listen, last message. When you start to feel vulnerable around these people, whether it's your parents, your best friends, your significant other, you have changed, okay? For one, admit that shit. I am not the same person I was 5 minutes ago. You know what I mean? Own it. Admit where you are. Allow people to meet you where you are. And, like, don't be embarrassed to be vulnerable. Allow yourself to feel vulnerable because vulnerability is the main ingredient of authenticity. I'm going to say that again. Vulnerability is the main ingredient to authenticity.
Thank you, Gina, for saying that and reminding me, if you could absolutely show us some love just by doing one little thing, give us a thumbs up. And then jump back in the chat so we can hang out.
Anyways.
Something like that.
Okay. Listen. Another day. Thank you.
Because we have the mandala up, we don't have it.
It's amethyst.
High in the sky.
Isn't that cool, you guys?
Yay. Now, my message is very similar to hers. It's funny. It ties into yours, but it's titled with the bottom of the deck. The sun always shines after the shitstorm is what it's entitled. The question posed, and that's weird, this is the way it was. So with the 6 of Wands in reverse, 10 of Wands, and 8 of Pentacles in reverse, what does victory feel like on your spiritual path? Feeling the weight and allowing yourself to get out of your comfort zone, right?
Vulnerability, baby.
Vulnerability.
Knew it.
That's where...
Your voice is low.
My voice is low? Oh. Of course, I was hitting the vape. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Here I am.
Okay, say that again.
Looking. So, yeah. Feeling the weight and allowing yourself to get out of your comfort zone.
Vulnerability.
With the 2 of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Strength card, really the relationships that are before you, whether they're divine or not, everything on the external is an expression of what is in your internal place, right? So relationships strengthen through trials, through those things that you go through, you're working through with others. You know, it could be you're in a twin flame relationship or that kind of dynamic. You could be in a divine partnership or a divine connection that's here to really fucking light a fire under you, you know, because it's ascension time and you need to get to here. Mm-hmm. And you were like, well, I want to get to here, Spirit. And Spirit was like, okay, here's this person. Oh my God, I love them so much. Oh my God. And they fucking, all they got to do is be them. And they trigger you, and they light your shit on fire, and you're like, oh my God, this person's just like the other people. And they're like, no. Spirit's like, no, you want to get to here. This person's going to take you there if you just pay attention. Take your focus off of the past bullshit you went through. Set that aside and give yourself time to be in the moment, to say, this isn't that lie that my mind keeps telling me that this person is like this other person that fucked me over 30 years ago. This person is here to bring me to here. You know, what is in this situation that's here to light me the fuck up? You know, and how am I going to choose differently with the 2 of Swords, right? The 4 of Swords. How am I just going to, you know, let things be? You know, and really see what's before me. She's laying in the snow as there's wolves and all kinds of shit. This is the healing card, right? Well, these fears that you face, Five of Pentacles, the fear that you face of like being left, or this is a past wound that's coming up that's fucking me over. Those things are here to say, you know what? You get to choose whether you go back into that fear or you allow yourself to rise above it, in these relationships. And relationships will take you to the limits of the trials that Spirit has set up for you to ensure that you got it. You're good. Are you good? No? I don't know if she's good or he's good. And then we'll loop you around again just to make sure. And if, oh, well, she reacted there. So this is another little piece of the layer of healing that needs to take place. So, and like sometimes we come to you guys on Friday nights. Sometimes we don't, but sometimes we come to you on Friday nights and it seems like, geez, this message is on repeat over and over and over again. Or I'll watch Danny and like, I even kind of just put the cards down for a bit and I stopped doing the dirty dozen because I was getting fucking sick of saying the same fucking thing twice a month. You know what I mean? Like it was just getting to the point where like, are we hammering these messages home? Is the microphone on? Is that thing on? I like, but we love you. And it's not that, it's not that I'm coming down on you or anything, but it was really kind of like getting to me too, like stuck on loop. And then I was stuck in a loop with Brooke for a bit. And like, we're still working through these things. You know what I mean? But it does get to the point where like, Danny, I'm not even going to watch your Dirty Dozen anymore. Because it's Spirit trying to nudge you towards your best life. And it's the action that they're asking you to take is sometimes not even really taking that much action at all, just being fucking aware and in the present moment that these things aren't your past reliving itself. They're nudges to nudge you to here. That's it. Mic drop.
Nice. I love that. And I wanna communicate it a little bit differently. I got the same message, and it's all about like we wonder why we loop, or we wonder why we attract the same things over and over, or similar energies over and over. It may be a different experience, but it's the same like lack or loss or grief or insecurity or fear or abandonment, right? And it's like on loop. No matter if we meet someone completely different, it's like the same energy keeps playing out, right? And the only thing I want to communicate a little bit differently is all Danny is saying is like to be vulnerable, to create shift, to heal. You have to be present. And being present doesn't mean only being present when things feel good. It means being vulnerable and courageous enough that when it is so uncomfortable, when your ego is literally telling you that this is a bad situation, red flags, but that's not really how you feel, right? Just the ego is creating a story about the situation and what it looks like. And like the main thing is like embracing what is before you. If Danny triggers me, okay, I've learned to be able to be vulnerable enough and, love myself enough and, be vulnerable enough to allow Danny to meet me where I am or admit where I am. And when I'm triggered, sometimes like I get quiet. Sometimes I'm like, man, you just triggered the shit out of me and I feel really uncomfortable. And sometimes I want to cry because it is so uncomfortable, you guys. But when you lean into it, when you're just vulnerable and you lean into the trigger, you lean into the insecurity, you lean into the fear, you admit that you're insecure, you admit that you're angry, you admit that you feel unworthy, or you're scared that they're going to abandon you, or you're going to fuck this up, or whatever it may be, right? When you can just admit it and allow someone to meet you in the space of presence and vulnerability, that is where the shifts happen. But if we continue to run away from our feelings and go to our head, if we continue to create a story about what's going on in our relationships and what it looks like, we're never in the present moment, you guys. And the present moment is the only thing that exists, but you have to surrender your perception. You have to surrender your mind stories. You have to surrender the polarities, the positive and the negative, and move into a neutral heart-based space where you are present, where you are vulnerable, and where you are embracing what is before you. And sometimes that takes some practice, okay? Maybe you can't admit that, damn, they just triggered the shit out of me, like, ugh. And it makes you angry, and you just need to go, like, be by yourself for a minute and, like, calm the fuck down and then come back. And that's fine. But, like, really, I challenge you guys to see how many times you don't express your love, binding energy to your current person or situation. Pay attention to how many times you are triggered or something upsets you or something makes you angry, just something happens between you and a person and you don't say anything in that moment because maybe you weren't in a neutral heart space place to say something, right? So whatever. Honestly, that's just an excuse to not be in the present moment, but I get it. Some of you need to do that. I needed to do that, right? So like you didn't say anything in the moment and then you take a minute and you really understand why you felt the way that you felt, but then you never communicated to them. Ever. But you expect the dynamic to shift, right? So yeah, we have to shift things internally, but we also have to show up and play the fucking game. We have to play with the people that we are attracting in our life. We have to be present and play with whatever is before us, okay? So yeah.
I mean, this is a smoke show.
I know, and I lit the tiny piece.
This is a smoke show going down.
And the last thing I want to say, when it comes to you and your person or current situation, it says adjustments are required in the reverse and a personal issue reaches resolution. Some of y'all are like, I need to do this first. I got to figure this out. How do I communicate this? That excuse to not being in the present moment type shit. And you're like, I gotta adjust this first, or this needs to be in place. And really, it's just excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse of being in your head, not in your heart, and not present with the people that love you.
Now, don't go pointing fingers either. That doesn't ever get you anywhere. You doing this, you need to do that. This is what's wrong in your life, and all that stuff. What is the reflection of them in you? And then tackle that. That saying, stop paying attention to the splinter in your brother's eye when, you got a log sticking out of yours kind of thing. Works very similar to that, but the reflection is like, oh, I see the splinter in your eye. So what is the log in my eye that I need to pull? In every situation, there's something. There's some sort of healing. And then when you're in a state of healing, also take some time away from the absolute, I need to fucking deal with my shit stuff, and give yourself time to be in the present moment out in nature or, wherever, and have some fucking fun. Mm-hmm. Seriously. That's why we're here, really, is to have fun. And even taking it one step further, that when you are doing your soul work, it begins to be fun.
Hi, David.
Oh, what's shit. Up, someone ripped my heart out. Here we go. Woohoo. We got some healing coming. Because nothing is as serious as we seem to pull it up as,
Danny, your voice is low.
Is my voice still low? Oh, my thing's on.
Okay, good.
Nothing is as serious as we make it out to be. This is playtime, and this is a playground, and that's what we're here to do. Sure, yes, we're healing to peel off all the solidified crap that has kept our soul, our true being, from being who it wants to be. And that might, hurt at times. When you're peeling your skin off, that's not a fun thing. You peel your sunburn off, is that fun? Sometimes it can be. It sure can be, though. It can be, because you get new skin. You've got a new being that's coming up, that's rising above the ashes like the phoenix that you are. And there is so much to be had after the fact, right?
All right, y'all want to know how many times? Let's just get real quick, okay? Do y'all want to know how many times because I was learning to be present. I did drugs for a long time, you guys. So learning to actually be present was a dance. But do you know how many times I kept things in my head of my experiences, whether it was with Danny and what was going on, or what I was healing at the time, and I was just going into all of this stuff inside of myself, but I was never expressing or communicating it. And then once I finally blew up and I was just like, you're making me feel like this, or I feel like I can't da-da-da-da, and I just allowed myself to just feel and express what I was feeling and be so fucking present in it, right? Because I can tell you one thing, when you're triggered, you're present. There's no, you ain't going anywhere. Like, you are so sucked into the moment when you're triggered because you are feeling everything, right? But, you know, and it also took me a lot of practice to get out of my head, but it's funny how we can have all of this stuff going on, all of these things that we're trying to understand about ourselves, all of these ways that we're trying to heal and love ourselves. And then the moment we communicate it to someone, it's like the whole image that we created of what we thought was going on, once you communicate it, everything fucking changes. And that's why it's important to express, admit where you are, take responsibility for where you are, play with the people that you're around, because a lot of the times, if we just keep things swirling in our mind and we don't embody what we are pulling up, you know, we go into healing, we go into love, we go into presence, we go into vulnerability. But if we don't embody it with someone and it reflect off of them, that mirror, right? And ask them to hold space. But honestly, in the beginning, like, there was no Danny, can you hold space for me? It was just like, like, that's just how it was. You know what I mean? But, damn, what was I going to say?
Thankfully, we got over that hump.
Well, I mean, yeah, you do. And that's what makes it fun, right? But we never would have gotten where we are without giving ourselves like permission to just be ugly,
lose your shit,
be angry. And y'all hear what I'm saying? Be angry, be upset, be frustrated, right? You're being it, you're embodying it, you're in the present moment. And sometimes it was really uncomfortable, man. Oh my God, sometimes it felt like, where is the love? But the quicker you lean into it, the quicker it heals, the quicker things shifts. And I just want to say one more time, we have a lot of things going on in our mind about our situation, about our circumstances, about our relationships, a lot of things going on in our head about ourselves, about people we are connected to. But if we do not express all of those things that are going on within us, like, that's where the ego will consume you. That's where negative energies or entities will consume you, because you're leaving it in your mind instead of being in your heart and living it and being present and sovereign. And when you just keep things spiraling in your mind instead of being in your heart and being present, that's how things get manipulated. That's how distortions are created, because we never bring it into the light. It's always in the dark. And when it's in the dark, it gets misconstrued. It gets distorted. And then when we bring it to the light and it bounces off that mirror, then we see it. You know what I mean?
And to bring it back around, the sun always shines after the shitstorm.
And then some of us want to be like, why do I keep looping? Why does this keep happening? Well, all that shit that you keep in the dark, whether you bring it to the light or not, I can promise you one fucking thing. It is being experienced in the light. But until you admit that it's in the dark, then you can see it in your reality. Then you can see it in your relationships and your connections playing out. But until you admit where you are and take responsibility for where you are and the story that you've created or whatever, you know.
This is the collective message, David.
Yes, David, you kind of did miss most of it, though.
A little bit. And if your YouTube is acting up, you can always join the Love Vibe Tribe on Facebook. The link's in the description. And we post it. That's usually what we do the first couple minutes of each live. We do say we're here every Friday night. And we try our best to be energy regarding, or energies, what do you call it? Permitting, but always at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Thank you, Sandra and Alan, for the donation. Yes, if anyone would like a reading tonight, like, we got you. What's up? Spirit is here and ready to serve.
I don't know how you want to work with that, but we'll talk later. Maybe don't shift everything.
It's pending.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is weird. I don't know why it's doing that.
That's good.
But okay.
Anyways, so if you want to get on the list, I don't know if Santa or now want to be on the list. Would you guys like a reading for your beautiful donation? And then, really, there's no one on the list yet, so you guys would be the first.
Mm-hmm.
And how to get on the list is you click on the link.
You know what?
In the description.
I want to give y'all an example, dude. I want to give y'all an example. Let's say the person that you're with, maybe it's your kid, maybe it's your friend, maybe it's your roommate, maybe it's your significant other, okay? And they never do the dishes. You do the dishes every single time. You clean the kitchen every single time. You sweep the floor every single time. But you don't never fucking tell them that you'd like them to do the dishes. And then it festers. And it festers. And you create a story about how they don't recognize that you're the one that always does the dishes. Why don't they ask you if you want them to do the dishes? Why don't they ask you for, some help? And we create all these fucking stories about it. And then the stories tap into like energies and thought forms and belief systems, and then they create emotion, and then we're resentful, and then we're angry, and then we're, defeated because how does this person not realize that I'm the one that always does the dishes? Like, that's how easy it is, y'all. And some of us, we're not going to ask ourselves, most of us, until you get to a really point of like awareness and consciousness. When you're irritated sweeping the floor and you're just like fucking sweeping, right? Fucking sweeping that floor. And you're not saying anything to the person, but like if they were to look at you, you can just tell by the way you're sweeping the floor that you are pissed, right? Some of us, we just go around banging shit, slamming doors, sweeping the fuck out of the floor, but we never ask ourselves, why am I so angry? Am I really angry because this person hasn't helped me? Or am I really angry because I won't even give myself the capacity to ask this person to help me? I haven't asked for a motherfucking thing, and I expect this person to read my mind and give me what I want. Like, come on now. You know what I mean? But something that simple, and think about in a relationship, all the things that go unsaid that are in the dark, but they're playing out in front of you. I can promise you that much.
What's playing out in front, I'm just going to put it out there. What's playing out in front of me for the past how many weeks? Oh my God. The struggle. And Brooke's been going through it, like I think her entire life with the iPhone, is like we have a need for some iPhones. Unlocked iPhones. If you guys have a bunch in a drawer that are unlocked, right, from your carrier, most of the time you just got to call them up and say, hey, can you unlock these? And you want to gift them to us, we'll give you a reading for some iPhones. We'll barter with you, because I can't keep my phone from phantom clicking, and it's just driving me nuts. So I'm just putting it out there. But if I didn't say anything, then, the blessing couldn't happen, right? Just like what Brooke was saying.
Okay.
Pretty much.
What is going on with this?
It's a little late, I think. Because it still says, my audio's low. It is absolutely true. Anybody on the list?
Oh, really, David? I would love to hear about that. Yeah, Sunday was interesting though, right? Like, oof, it was crazy. The energy was so like heavy, and then the shift that I felt within myself and within, all of us that were connected Sunday night, it was beautiful. It was.
Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes meant to be isn't what we expect going in, but it's exactly what needs to take place, right? So I was so blessed to host that on my channel. And if you guys didn't catch it, you can go back.
Yeah, watch the first one so that I can trigger you first, and then I'll guide you through it.
So there was a reason for part 1, part 2.
That's so funny. Yeah. The stream was cutting off. The energy was crazy, y'all.
Oh, yeah. Santa now and had to dip.
Right, saying it now and said, listen, I love y'all, but I gotta fucking go.
Yeah.
Y'all need to figure this shit out. Get this energy in check.
Santa had to realign. Alan needed to go to bed. That was so funny. We love you guys so much.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, well, you take a Samsung Galaxy.
Twisties. Don't get me started. I can't. There's so many things that I miss from America.
Everything's iPhone here,
I miss
but
sushi.
get a hold of us afterwards, Gina,
I'm not
and
even
we'll talk about it.
Don't get me in there. Also, if any of you guys would like to, give us a little wedding gift,
Oh, yeah.
we're open to receive.
Should we have... See, we're in the process of, finishing up that thick of a pile of forms to
Oh my
get
gosh, y'all
Brooke's
have no idea what it
permanent
takes.
residency. Oh my God.
Like, he's not kidding. It's really like stack after stack after stack after stack
Oh,
of
yeah.
applications
Of,
and
forms
shit.
and applications and stuff. I even forgot. I was so overwhelmed with just saying that. I even forgot what I was going to say. What was I going to say?
Just the papers?
Yeah.
I was talking
something.
about the wedding gift.
Oh, yeah. That one of the questions on the thing was, have you celebrated your engagement and all this? I was like, it's COVID-19, dude.
Right.
Where are we all supposed to go? So it might be a good idea if we all get together on like a Zoom or something.
No way. No, y'all have to wait. Okay? I put
Y'all
my
have
foot
to
down.
wait.
Put my foot down? No. Sorry.
What?
Mayonnaise on
I'm
your
just
french
trying.
fries. Gross. I mean, we can
Oh,
get
that's
together and
kinda
say, hey, what's
French.
up? But we're not getting married on a Zoom call.
No, not the marriage, just the
okay.
engagement party thing. That's what I was
See,
saying.
I can't even go that far. It can be like a, yay,
It's like,
Brooke
hey,
and
we're
Danny are
gonna
getting
hang out.
married.
We can, send you some gifts.
Mm-hmm. That would be okay.
Yeah, that's what you do in the COVID.
I did Danny's beard today, you guys. Doesn't it look good? It does. It looks so good.
Yeah, I can't see it, but I guess it does.
It's so straight and fucking killed that shit.
Nice.
And I did his eyebrows too, because listen.
Yeah.
He wasn't for the eyebrows, but I can't.
Apparently my eyebrows it's always been a struggle with me. You know what I mean? I try and pluck them and do that shit, but they grow back 20 in one place.
I was sitting
and
beside
this
him
long.
in the bed, y'all, and I look over and all I see is this fucking eyebrow hair like this sticking off of his face, fucking blowing in the wind. So I got my phone out and I zoomed in on it.
I could have changed the channel with that eyebrow. On the TV?
Yeah, it was fucking going with the wind. I don't know.
I could have cooked a marshmallow with it.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. So if nobody wants to get on the list,
I don't know what we're doing.
Oh, what's her name? I did see somebody wanted a free one up there. Way up there. Chrissy, you still here?
Car always makes me laugh. Your guidance is divinely guided.
I can set up a Zoom engagement party for you. Wow, Gina, that'd be cool. We've got so much we're doing already.
I stream tonight and had someone talking smack about my forehead. Oh, Jesus. Don't you love people, David? Don't you love them?
Thanks, David. My head is fine too.
Dude, I used to be hated on for being
He
beautiful. You can't do anything right. I mean, you can be ugly and get hated on. You can be beautiful and get hated on. It doesn't really matter.
Whatever.
You probably just gonna get hated on. Like that's just how
Just stay in the neutral zone, in neutrality, and like, okay, dude. Whatever.
I did notice. So, along the journey, the triggers do get easier to navigate through, right? And to be present with, because sometimes some wounds are so deeply embedded within us. When it gets triggered, we boom, leave our bodies type shit, right? Detach completely. And as you begin to learn how to navigate through the triggers and be with yourself when you're feeling triggered, it does get easier. But I have to admit, I'm telling you, the more that you evolve your consciousness and your being, the more the triggers evolve with you, and it's like a pain in the ass, okay?
Oh shit, David. That's a good one.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Emperor of Neutrality.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
I like that. So, what was I saying? Oh, but the triggers, man, like they evolve with you. Or it's not really that they evolve with you, it's just like we always have stuff in the dark that we're not aware of type shit, right? And wounds and soft spots and pain and all that kind of shit. And no, even though I've gotten so good at like remaining neutral or being present when I'm triggered or my insecurities come up, my self-worth comes up, my vulnerability unheard comes up, like, listen, I can just name all my fucking shit, but like there are still moments where like, ooh, Danny hit me with some neutral energy the other night, and I was just like so triggered or uncomfortable, and like in my head, like I just got quiet, and like there was like this battle going on in my mind, and I was like, no, I surrender my perception for what I'm feeling. You know, I'm not gonna create a story about it, and just what am I feeling? Feel, Brooke. You know what I mean? Like that type of shit. And I don't know. Basically, what I'm trying to say is like, no matter how good I've gotten, y'all, like that shit still knocked me out of my neutrality. It still knocked me out of my energy. It still was such a trigger that like it took me a minute, you know. But then, you know, I kind of finally centered myself, and then I let Danny know what was going on, and I told him thank you for triggering me. Hi!
I was like, oh my God, thank you, Jesus, that she came through, you know, and she chose the high road. And watching her grow like that is beautiful. Sometimes I don't grow as fast as she does, most of the times.
You know what's a bitch? When you're like I was really the first one
Brittany, we got you. You're on the list.
Yeah, I saw. So I was really the first one to play with the whole neutrality thing and what it means and how to be neutral and all that type of shit, right? And being neutral, being in my heart space. And then like Danny's kind of transmuting some energy and moving into neutrality. But I had it all down packed and like playing with it, right? No, I want her. And then all of a sudden one day, Danny hits me with my motherfucking energy of neutrality and fucks me all up. Like, oh my God. It was a pain in the ass. But then I was like, thank you. I love you.
Thank you. Come again.
Yeah. I'm telling you, the universe will switch it up on you. They're like, oh, you good? Oh, you got it. Oh, you think he needs to be taught? I'm about to teach you real quick. And you're like, oh, okay. Let me sit the fuck down.
We'll just slip
Give me your baby.
Slip this one under the carpet for you.
Look how pretty kitty. Say, look how beautiful I am. So pretty.
I can steal the show.
Tell me that's not a pretty face. Look at that baby. I know you're beautiful. Oh, you are so beautiful. Let me get a hug.
She has never been this vocal until Brooke showed up, and it's just been. You get to play the cat pipes. She plays the cat pipes every day. It's the Figaro Jake bait.
Okay, Brittany, I'm ready.
Wow, she just do it on her own now.
It's the cat. Baby, I love you.
Receive the love, demon. Receive the love.
Okay, baby, mommy got to work.
It's time to go.
I love you.
Okay, bye. Okay, bye. All right, Brittany. Brittany's question is, and I can't see that far. What do I need to work on during the rest of COVID? Oh, shit. Now, what if that's forever? And where is my love life heading?
Can I do the love life one?
Sure.
We should just throw her. Oh, hair's high. Okay, Brittany. Freaking dying. We did that in session with you guys the other day.
Yeah.
Now the world gets to see what happens behind the scenes. Oh Lord, dog's up. Her name is Figaro. Interesting. David. You funny. You real funny. Ooh, Brittany. Let me ask you a question. How do you feel about like romance? How do you feel when it comes to like being in a relationship and, you know, having a partner? I have a reason for asking, but they want me to ask you first before I say what they said to me. Said to me. Like, do you long for it? Do you, you know, I don't even want to put anything in your head. Like, what do you feel when it comes to having a romantic relationship? A romantic partner? What do you mean by it's like a deep thing?
Oh, she's going all E on you. Independence.
Interdependent?
Interdependence. Oh, yeah. I've used that before.
What does that mean?
Interdependence is like, it's not independence, it's not dependence, it's like together. The opposite of like codependence, working in, you know, harmony.
So, Brittany, I want to talk to your inner child real quick. If you would allow her to come out and play with me. But I'd like to invite your inner child out for just a second and ask you again. With your inner child in the forefront, you know, I allow my inner child to come up and play and move out of my head and into my heart. You know, what do you feel from your inner child when you think of having a relationship? Don't go into your head. You got to be in your heart to connect to your inner child. So, like, you know, baby Brittany, I don't know how you talk to your inner child. Like,
baby B.
What up, baby B? What up, bitch? Like, I don't know y'all's relationship, okay?
What's up, baby B?
Can you imagine going up to a baby? What up, bitch? Like,
oh, that's like our children are gonna get it, man.
Okay, very good, Brittany. Wow, I'm very impressed by like your ability to actually like you tapped right into what I was feeling from her. So there's this like so it's almost like the inner child is what was the word that they gave me? I don't forgot. Hold on. It's like an anxious feeling of excitement, but also like I'm afraid and like I kind of am protecting myself. Okay. So if adult Brittany is saying, oh, this is wonderful, this is a dream space, this is living my dreams, this is connection, this is chemistry, and then the inner child is saying, I need protection. I'm needy in relationships, and that pushes people away. I want someone to hug me, to hold me, but I'm afraid of someone to hold me and hug me because what if they see the true me and it pushes them away? I know that I'm worthy of love, but I still feel like I need to protect myself. Do you see how that doesn't make sense? I'm worthy of love, but I need to protect myself. I'm so excited about love, but I don't know. You know what I mean? And it's just like really extreme polarities where it's like beauty, connection, chemistry, and then like anxiousness, doubt, a little bit of fear, a little bit of insecurity. So it's like, what's the middle ground? Who's the real you, right? Because to me, both of those, neither one of those is actually you. It's a story about who the real you is, right? So we have to surrender both of the stories to get inside of who we are, right? Are you sure it's real? Right, right. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll use the bathroom.
Okay, so while she's going on a bathroom break, it's funny, I seen the twin flame card there, but the work that you got to do, dude, when you ask love and that message comes up, I got right off the hop the Three of Swords in reverse, right? So overcoming that heartbreak, overcoming past relationship wounding, and bringing justice to that. I've got justice in reverse, so that there isn't the justice that you've sought over these heartbreaks. Spirit saying, gotta kind of work through those past hurts. Queen of Wands in reverse, kind of feeling disempowered, and turning these cards upright so that that heartbreak that once was doesn't hold you back from that perfect person that's coming. Bottom of the deck, I got the Emperor in reverse. So the Emperor showed himself. Maybe he's not talking, but there is action that needs to be taken before this Ten of Pentacles can be flipped upright as well. Right? Ten of Pentacles, happy home, happy life, happy wife, happy dude. What's it going to take? Underneath the Heartbreak Hotel card, in reverse though, right? Releasing these past heartbreaks. I've got the Two of Cups. That's a divine relationship, divine connection. You know it. You deal it on your channel. If you haven't checked out Brittany's channel, it's Maslow Tarot on YouTube. So, Two of Cups, right? Really that fulfillment within a relationship that supersedes relationship status, right? Divine connections. I see victory moving forward there. But the steps that need to be taken with the Heartbreak card and the Page of Pentacles crossing over to the Justice card. This is the first time I kind of do this spread this way. That's the way they wanted me to do. Will bring you justice with regards to releasing those anxieties that you have. Am I going to be, is it going to be, are we going to be into the, it has already been and will be and has been, what I came here to do is I came here to live a life. It took me 44 years or 43 years, but I came here to live a life with my, not just divine counterpart, but with the mirror image of me. That's the only one I was looking for my entire life. It took a bit, but there were steps that I needed to take in order to get me onto the path. And she needed to be born. There were there were things that needed to happen.
She needed to be born.
There were things that needed to happen, and there was no rushing it. Right? For this solid foundation, Spirit's been kind of showing you and nudging you towards, really paying attention to that inner voice. The High Priestess is underneath the Justice in reverse, the Nine of Swords in reverse, and the High Priestess really nudging you towards that healing that needs to take place. Brooke brought up the inner child. Man, when you get the inner child healing...
And look what came out that was after I talked about the inner child.
When inner child healing comes up, you've gotten yourself to a place of understanding and of being able to listen and see the synchronicities and not get to and not overreact and go into obsessive compulsive whatever states, right? You've gotten to the place where now you get to work with the inner child and really start to heal that bond between you two. Healing the inner child is really just healing the bond between you two, because somebody smacked that kid back in the day, and that's where the trauma started, you know? And it continues throughout our life until we actually go back and heal that inner child. Moving on, with the Queen of Wands, what's bridging the Queen of Wands is the Three of Pentacles. And I'm really picking up, like, that's the contract card, but, you know, really stepping into that healing and saying, look, I don't make promises that I don't keep. And really binding a contract, making a contract with that inner child and saying, look, we have already found that perfect love within us. So the love without us is coming. We just need to solidify our relationship, little b, and dare to, you know, go out, grab an ice cream cone, grab 2 ice cream cones, give her one or the dog or whatever, and just like have fun, build a relationship with that child. And that Knight of Cups will come. And when he does, he might not look, and I'm just going to pull another card, right, Wheel of Fortune. Might not be who you expect it to be, or what you were expecting him to look like or act like. Now, you know, I'm not big on boundaries. I had to do a retake on boundaries because I didn't even know what boundaries were when I was 42. I didn't even know what a boundary was. It's a new word to me. Then I went into boundaries, and I found out that boundaries were meant for me, not other people. You don't place a boundary on somebody. You hold a boundary for yourself.
And then you realize you don't really need boundaries if you have your own sovereignty.
Then exactly.
Boundaries are just an excuse to keep you disconnected.
And and most boundaries hold you back from experiencing things.
Don't think that when I said boundaries is different from self-respect. They're very different. Self-respect is love. Boundaries is I got to put up a boundary to protect myself when you are protected in your sovereignty. I know that's a little deep for some of y'all, but it's true.
So this Knight of Cups is bridging the anxieties and the Three of Wands, right? Allowing those ships to come in. So he's traveling towards you, or he could even be in your life right now, and you kind of almost like are overseeing what's happening before you, right? He might bring you messages or give you messages that are hints, but you're not really seeing them. He might be on his way, but he also might be in your life. And with the Four of Cups in reverse, you know, the Four of Cups is like, look, Spirit, thank you, but no thanks. I'm good. I don't even use the 3 fucking cups in front of me, so why would I take yours? Right? In reverse, it's like taking what you get and loving on it no matter how it looks. Spirit's like, oh, Jesus, this rusty old fucking cup, you're giving me this rusty old cup? No, I'm good. And releasing that into, you know what, Spirit? I know you've got the perfect person that you're bringing towards me, that in this state of, you know, maybe not feeling so sure of myself, or that the things that I need to do to heal myself aren't fully, completely healed, but I know this person is going to come into my life for that purpose.
I think that person he's talking about is you, Brittany, to be completely honest. I'm the type of person where if there's a wanting or a desire of something outside of myself, what am I not giving myself? What am I really looking for? Am I looking for connection? Is that because I have a disconnection somewhere within myself? Am I looking for love? Am I looking for acceptance? Am I looking for vulnerability, intimacy, physical intimacy? right? And I'm looking for all these things on an external level, but really it's something that I want within to birth within myself, right? So, can I go in a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead. And then I got a closing.
Do you want to go ahead?
Well,
You go ahead.
you know, laying down the sword, Queen of Swords, I just pulled a closing message. Laying down the swords, right? Laying down your guard. We know you're good at it. And we know you can wield that sword like no other. You got two queens with a Knight of Wands in between.
All the queens are in the reverse. Do you know what that tells me? That's that inner connection to self, the divine feminine energy, the inner child, the higher self, you know?
I pulled a clarifier too with the Knight of Wands, and it was the what is that? 5, 6, 7, 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords, man. You know, playing on that hurt that they always leave me. There's some abandonment, you know, and that's once you realize that you have a leg up into the healing that needs to take place.
I'm gonna explain that, Brittany.
Okay, go.
But yes, girl, yes, you are so tapped in, tuned in, turned the fuck on. Oh, I love it. I love it. So you're balancing your divine feminine, divine masculine energy, right? You're stepping into unity consciousness. You're birthing unity consciousness within yourself and externally, right? And while there's this message of whatever, you know, the relationship that you want, the soulmate, the twin flame, the connection, that there's like this knowing of it's going to happen, right? But there's also this feeling of I need to do this, or I need to heal this, or you know what I mean? When really, if the connection to self that you're embodying in the feminine, you have to bring that over to the masculine energy and express it. So I'm getting one of the same messages that I got for you last time, and it's like, baby, you got to put yourself out there. You know, you've got to, like, you got to play the game. You know, you can't spend all your time in self. And it goes back to the message and the collective and general message, where there's all these stories in your head and all these emotions and all these feelings and all these ideas and all these perceptions and perspectives. But once you bounce those ideas and perspectives off of someone, the whole perspective and idea changes. And that's where you are. It's like, you know, really needing to birth the relationship on the external, but you have to like play with other people and put yourself out there. And I feel like there's a story within you. So this is the influencing energy.
Job by Kitty.
Separation. So the energy that is currently influencing you is like separation and like isolation and introspection and like, I need to be by myself. I'm healing something. And like, I'm alone, and you know what I mean? And I need to focus on my job, my work, my soul work, my mission, and da-da-da-da. But what's funny, clarifying the separation and material world card is the 2 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, and then the 3 of Pentacles. And you know what's funny? This 3 of Pentacles right here. Okay, it's a Pentacles card, which talks about like the physical world, the materialistic things, relationships, and like foundations, and like work and job situations and all that shit. But you know what's funny? In this card, he is holding a motherfucking cup. This is a Pentacles card, but he's holding a cup. So even though there's like this, I'm doing this for my work, I'm doing this for my physical reality, or da-da-da-da-da, like, what he really is wanting is a connection emotionally, intimacy, vulnerability, for someone to see him harnessing his emotions and, like, his vulnerability and, like, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's what is truly, this separation energy is causing you to step up to, like, be present in connection with self and others, to admit insecurities, because like I said, your current energy is unawakened with metamorphosis in the reverse. It's like, I gotta change this within me. I'm going through a healing. I gotta have this perspective. I gotta figure this out. But it's like, no, you already have everything you need. And the signs are telling you that. You may have even gotten a lot of signs of like, oh, this person's coming. I'm feeling a lot of love lately. Like, I'm feeling like I want something romantic. And like, it's just a reflection of like the relationship with self, and then going out and experiencing that relationship with self through someone else, right? That's where it gets fun. Playing with who you are with someone else, right? You want to say something? I feel like you want to say something.
Oh, well, it's funny. Clarify the Emperor in reverse, right? Emperor in reverse. There's lots of love here with the Ace of Cups. Overflowing love of self, overflowing love of others. Could be with your own self, but he has love to share with you. Page of Cups. What needs to take place is, releasing the fears, releasing that codependency, or the loss. And when all these cards fell out like that, I was like, my God, we could fuck Brittany up in the mentorship, because we have witnessed through helping the people that are in the mentorship, release those things and actually fucking come into union and come into, divine connections that, may trigger the fuck out of you, but they actually see the healing that's before them, and it's just absolutely fucking beautiful.
So, Brittany, when there's things that you want to do, like, damn, I want to watch a movie with someone that I think is cute, or damn, like, I miss kissing people, or like, you know what I mean? Like, I miss someone holding me. Like, if there's something that you want to do, notice all the things in your head that tell you this is why you can't do it. The coronavirus. I have work to do. Notice all the things that turn you away from what your heart is actually calling you to do, right? So that's just something they wanted me to invite you to do, is when you get that intuitive hit of I want to do so-and-so, recognize all the stories that try to tell you that you can't do that for some reason, and then go back into the feeling. What do I actually feel? I know that there's a virus, but what do I feel? Right? Your heart's never going to lie to you, and your heart's never going to put you in danger. And that's where trusting yourself and your sovereignty really come into play.
I want to do so-and-so.
Maybe you want to do somebody. I don't fucking know.
I want to do so-and-so.
Binding energy, and I just want to show you this, but I've kind of already been through it. Past life relationship. You've known each other before. This is the energy flowing between you and your person. Okay? You to them to you. Communication and the inner child. So, like, I really feel like I miss being, like, intimate and, like, vulnerable with someone, right? And the Empress in the reverse with the Hangman. You don't need to figure anything else out. You got it. You good. The only thing you're waiting on is you to bring it into your reality, because they can't make you. They're not gonna just send you your past life relationship, soulmate, twin flame. They're not just gonna send them to you in the mail and you open it and then boom, it's birth. Like, this is where you have to balance your divine feminine and divine masculine energy and create something new. There's a star at the very end. Play the game. Alright, I'm going to stop there, because, geez, I feel like we've been reading forever.
Oh, yeah.
And at the bottom of the deck was a 6 of Wands and 3 Swords in reverse. Okay, can't make it up.
That's a 40, y'all. Relationship. Your primary relationship is with yourself and God. And every other relationship follows from there. To attract, heal, or balance a relationship, then snuggle more closely with your loving creator.
Girl, can't make this shit up.
As you feel safe and loved within, so shall your other relationships bloom and prosper.
Why'd you shut the door?
Because it was a cat highway.
Maybe. I love when she comes to visit.
I was not going to ride it all night long.
A cat highway.
I was not riding that highway all night long. Come on. And I'm not big on that Canadian singer, but...
Love you, Brittany.
Yes, we
Eric
love you,
Berry, what is up, love? Brooke, you write that card? I think I could have. That's funny. What's up, Jessica? Good to see you, love. I'm glad you could stop by.
Brooke's checking the list. If you want to get on the list, I think there's...
Brittany, I hope you enjoyed your reading. We love you. Thank you for allowing us to serve you.
Absolutely. You click the link and you can get on the list. I think the list is what? You'd be the first. We got someone else.
Oh yeah, that was the end of the list.
Yeah, so you can take full advantage that you'll be up next. We love you so much too, Brittany. Thank you for being in our lives.
Oh, and Brittany, I forgot to mention this. It just reminded me. So there is a little bit of that floaty feeling still. It's not as bad at all as it was. But to really ground, right? I'm sure you've been doing some grounding, walking outside with your shoes off, grounding your energy. But why it still feels a little like floaty and a little disconnected or a little disoriented or cloudy or you can't see the higher perspective or like whatever, right? It's because yes, you're grounding your energy, but to really ground the energy, you get present with other people. You get present with life. You get present with connection, you know? So to really ground your energy, go experience, you know, go play. And even if that's like a Zoom call, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be in the physical, but like, are you putting yourself in the position to meet people? Are you giving yourself the opportunity to, you know, create a relationship with somebody? Are you getting on Zoom calls and video chats with people, you know? Yes.
You never know when that divine relationship is going to strike. That's a given. I've watched divine relationships on all of us here. You guys have been with me from the beginning. You've watched how many divine relationships come together. Dewey and Allie and Kara and Richard and me and Brooke and you know what I mean? Like they pop up in the weirdest of places. Like Dewey and Allie was on Periscope. Like what is a freaking Periscope anyways? Yeah, me and Brooke on YouTube, like that I was like never expecting fucking YouTube.
Yeah, me either.
Really?
Or Canada.
Yeah. And I knew Plenty of Fish wasn't going to get me nowhere. Tinder is only going to get you a night.
You're welcome, Jessica. I'm glad I was able to help you out in some way. Like, you sent me that message, and it was just like, boom, all this information. I was like, okay, that's spirit. I gotta send this shit.
Oh.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I don't know.
Right, Brittany, already.
Make pizzas?
Oh.
David's still here with us.
Always take that as a positive card and upright. But I recently saw a context where someone looked at it as a difficult card. I like the Three of Pentacles.
Oh, Canada. Oh, Brittany. Oh, man. So, I don't know. What do you want to do, babe? Call it a night, I guess. I want to make some pizza soon, though.
Good, Jessica. Pizza. I just did all that work making tacos,
Well,
cutting up tomatoes, cutting up onions and lettuce
see-
because you like tomatoes and lettuce.
What you don't get
shredding the cheese.
is after a taco night, you got all kinds of beautiful toppings to put on your fucking pizza. All ready, right there for you. And I don't have to work. It's just like sprinkle it on and go. Except there's no bacon. We probably had to cook some bacon. I'm so happy for my new job fly out on the 6th. Nice. Very beautiful.
Taco pizza.
A taco pizza. I'm not big on ground beef on a pizza though. That should not be there. No.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Thank you. It's an elf owl. Oh, conversations in the chat. It's just.
Oh, David, I was gonna say something to you earlier when you said that. They're called energy generators. If you like Google it, it's called an energy generator. You can get one with 4 or like, see, there's 4 or like 8. I think it is 4 or 8. The 8 ones are really cool because you can like hold them and fucking like spin it type shit. You'd be looking like this.
Are you doing?
And you can like actually hold it by the centerpiece. But I love this fucking thing.
So she got a job at an airport. Cool. Like stewardess, I guess you call those, maybe.
Mine's amethyst, by the way. Amethyst is my shit. Okay.
And I got rose quartz. I guess rose quartz is my shit. I buy rose quartz quite a bit.
Good luck, Jessica.
You are gonna pass
really
the test.
like
That's
amethyst,
a good attitude.
David. Amethyst is my shit. Okay, hold on, wait. That ain't it. And this one, amethyst. And this one, it's like red. Oh.
I mean, some of those are mine, I think, but nothing.
Yeah, they are.
Nothing is mine anymore.
And this one. Well, maybe they'd be on your side if you showed them any attention.
Well, they're close enough over there. It's not like I'm messing on them.
Well, if it was me, they'd be on my side. You see?
I got my blue faithful.
Yeah, that thing's
My
pretty.
aqua aura quartz crystal.
And then this one reminds me of the earth. I don't know if y'all can see that. But how do I do that?
Back up a bit. Back up a bit more.
Anyways, whatever. My arm's getting tired. Yeah. Put that on my forehead.
She got that for a good deal too.
Oops. Oh, and this one we got ourselves. Like we just fucking took it right out the side of a mountain. Is it white quartz or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not even clear, but whatever. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Moonlight. Appreciate it. Alright, I think we're gonna bounce.
Yeah, Sandra now. As soon as you chimed in, we're good.
I love you guys. We'll probably see y'all Sunday. We'll come live on Danny's channel for some more readings. Thank you for your donations, you guys. We appreciate it. Closing the container, releasing any energy entities or any other energies that are not ours back to where they came from, and clearing our sovereignty upon ourselves. I love you guys. I hope y'all have a good weekend.